Alright, hey guys. So we're with Cecil now.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the other videos, we met her over a year ago, well over a year ago, and how she got the name the Squid Lady, that was before I knew her name. I think we're handing out rice, and she was cooking squid,
Yes.
and she offered to give us some. And then from there, she kind of got stuck with the name the Squid Lady.
Yes, yes.
So, how have you been?
Kumusta
Kumusta?
ka, Ate Cecil?
It's all right. And I will happy the situation that I have a new house because of the subscriber. They help me, and also Dusty backpack will help me.
And it's very exciting. Right now, they're almost finished with the CR.
Yes.
And then eventually, the windows might be next.
Yes.
And so it is exciting news. And right now, just to save a little bit of money, her husband is building the CR, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we'll do a little update there in a minute.
Yes.
But for right now, maybe so when we do updates here, it's usually just the house, and we never really get a chance to talk to Cecil. And
Yes.
Cecil is such a wonderful woman, and she has a wonderful family.
Thank you very much.
And maybe we can just get to know you a little bit more. We never really get a chance to really talk to you. Where were you born? Like, what area of the Philippines were you born?
I was born in Metro Manila.
Metro Manila.
Yes,
Okay.
Metro Manila, Pasig, Metro Manila. Pasig, Metro Manila.
That's why her accent is mixed with Tagalog and Bisaya.
Tagalog.
Mm.
I will born in Metro Manila in Pasig. And I'm in hospital. I will birth in hospital in Rodriguez Hospital in the
Okay.
Pasig, province of Pasig in Metro Manila.
And how many years did you live in Metro Manila for?
I will live in Metro Manila almost 24 years. 24 years.
Okay.
24 years I live in Manila, in Manila. But I will transfer in Alabang, Muntinlupa in age of 15 to 20 up 24, because I will build a house in Alabang, Muntinlupa.
That is
Metro
still
Manila.
in Manila.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because Pasig, the work of my father and mother is transferred to Alabang, Muntinlupa.
So they live in Pasig, and then they transferred to Muntinlupa. That is where they build their house there, because that is where their parents work.
Okay.
Yes, so work in the Alabang, Muntinlupa. Yes.
And how did you end up here? In
Ganong
In
nabot daw
Cebu.
ka diri sa Cebu.
Oh. Because the situation na I will work in Manila, and I will see my husband.
She
Oh.
met.
how did
Yes.
you two meet?
Di mo nakita.
I meet in work in Cabuyao, Laguna.
Oh, they
Cabuyao, Laguna.
working
The
together?
province of Metro Manila is one of Cabuyao, Laguna.
Okay.
Yes.
And you met at work? Or how did you?
I will work, but I will work another job. Di siya hindi ba makauban ba?
Nang palayo mo og agency, pwede mo kauban.
Oo. Ano ba? Mami, silingan lang kami to sa balay ba?
They just neighbors.
Oh, neighbors.
Oh, so you're neighbors.
We're
Okay.
neighbors.
And what's the name of that when you meet your neighbor?
Dili mayabuang sabaw.
Neighbors in Cabuyao.
Okay.
Because in Alabang, I will in Alabang, nasunog ba? Sinunog kami ba? The
Girl.
Metropolis in Alabang, Metro Manila, the Metropolis supermarket, he build. I will
Work.
live in. Nagpuyo mi.
nagpuyo.
Nagpuyo mi ato sa Metropolis na
Kamon duha.
dili.
Yung family.
Ay, aming family. Tapos, next, I will I pay the national road. Nagpalit ako ng ano ba, ng yuta.
You bought land.
Oh, land in Kabuyao. Because nagtrabaho naman ako ato.
Because she was working that
Oh,
time,
working,
so she
tapos,
was able to buy
may,
land.
Okay.
may, nama ko'y kauban na sila'y pwesto ng, ano,
Land.
land.
She bought that from her
Oh.
friend.
I friend, I will pay 500, 5,000.
5,000 every month.
5,000. Hindi,
5,000 lang mo na pala.
Oh, 5,000 lang.
She bought that one for 5,000.
Alam.
Okay. Do you still own that now?
Ikaw gyapon tagiyan ng yuta ron. Wala na.
No.
You sold it before you
Because
came here?
this, because of national roads.
Ah.
National road ba? Yung,
Used
ano
Ah.
to, ano ba?
They
So-
used
Release
the
ng
land.
train ba?
Oh,
Release ng
oh.
train.
So
National-
she owned the land, and then when the road came, did they pay you for the land?
Bayaran ka sa land, sa yuta.
No.
Oh.
In time of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, she gave me land.
They transferred.
Okay,
Oh,
you transferred to a
transfer na
different
lang in
land.
Marinig, Kabuyao.
Okay, okay.
Yung Marinig,
Replace the
Kabuyao.
land.
Mga gutang ba? Sila
No.
gutang. Legit.
Nga asa naman lang yuta?
And I will give to my mother, and also to my sister and my brother.
Okay, so the land in
Gave the
the land in Luzon or in Metro Manila, you gave to your mother.
Oh.
Okay, and your
Mother
other
and my
family.
sister.
Okay, okay.
Because he have no
Didn't have anything.
no to live.
Okay.
Wala sila
Wala
mapuyan
lugar,
ba?
no place to live.
Karon I will see Berto, my husband. I will meet him. She decide we live in Cebu.
Who decided you moved to Cebu?
Her husband,
Her
because
husband?
he is originally from here,
Okay.
and then he just worked there and stayed there. And then when they met, he said, "Let's go to Cebu, my place."
Okay, so how long were you neighbors for when you met?
Pila mo ka kon nga silingan? Pila mo ka toy silingan ni? Kuya Bert?
Oh. Do kaya have mga 2 years? Ay, 2 years. Mga 2
Being
years.
neighbors for 2 years.
Oh, 2
Do you remember like when you started to like him, or give us some juicy stuff?
Kauyab mo.
Who asked who out? Like who talked to who first?
Oh.
Kisa may nagkuan nga nagkaila mo, kisa may tagad una ikaw o si kuya.
I never like a Cebuano.
Oh.
So who do you
Oh,
prefer?
I
Like
never
Raymond?
I never like a Cebuano. Cebuano, I sit down because I'm still beauty, quiet.
She said she doesn't like Cebuano before because it's like smaller than her. She's
Yes.
Because you're a little bit taller.
taller and
And most
pretty.
Yeah.
and most
Oh.
Cebuanos or male Filipinos are a little bit shorter. So you're trying to get someone taller, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
What is?
something like that. But it's not only Filipino. It's like mixed. Sometimes Cebuano. There's tall, there's small.
Yeah. So-
But she doesn't like Cebuano before because she's
Taller.
Because I'm
Manila
working. I'm working. I'm working electronics. Computer, magnetic heads computer. I will work in magnetic heads computer, electronics.
and then
And-
how come your husband is Cebuano?
Many years I will work in IMI, integrated microorganism.
Okay.
Or parts of computer. The parts of the computer. I will work magnetic heads.
Would you like fix computers?
Yes, I will see in the work I will have microscope. Can
Ah.
see the magnetic heads.
The smaller.
Oh, the smaller I will.
It's like Mepsa. I don't know.
Yes. Oh,
Like, would you put things back together, or what?
the magnetic heads.
So that's like you need really
Yes,
steady
that's
hands
small.
for that.
The small parts
Wow.
of the computer.
That's a very
No.
tedious job. Like very,
No.
you have to have very steady hands and
Yes, but we have
They have equipment.
like neat,
Oh,
like
don't
okay,
equipment
like
because it's
probably
small.
really tiny tools.
Yes,
Yeah.
so, because microscope, the smaller things can see. Can see the microscope, the small things. The
Ah,
magnetic heads. I will work in IMI.
Mm.
The electronics.
how
So-
many? Oh,
Yeah. How many
I was just gonna
years
ask how
did
many
you
years
work?
did she do that for?
I'll have a 4 years.
4 years.
4
4
years.
years.
Did you go to school for this?
Is pila ka na nga trabaho?
No, have a training.
Training.
Just training. Wow.
Yes, training and training. And
Wow.
training.
Yeah, sometimes when you
Training.
apply work
Mm.
before working is they will pay you for a training.
For training.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
like job but just training.
Training.
Sounds like a good job. What were you gonna ask?
So she mentioned that she doesn't like Cebuano because she's Tagalog and then we are Cebuano. And then how come her husband now is a Cebuano? Ganon, di ba di man kaganang Cebuano te?
Oo.
Ni imong nabana kay Cebuano.
Yes.
What's the story?
Don't mention the people you can see. Don't mention the people you can see. Ano ba?
Don't look down.
Oh, don't look down the people. You can see the Manila girl is taller, white, hair.
Pretty.
Yes, the picture is. You see the picture me and
I've never seen one. Do you have an earlier picture? I mean, but you're so beautiful now, so I can imagine what
I have
she was
the
very beautiful body before, but she's
You can
beautiful
see her.
now.
Pretty kids.
Yeah.
Look like her.
I have taller, white, and straight hair, and I see the Manila girl, like a Manila girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
That's why.
That's why
your
the-
husband fell in love.
Yes, and the Cebuano man. That's
Too small for you.
small. You think small?
Mm.
Oh,
So you think they're too small?
well, you're here ano, her ano ba yung katayuan ba?
Standard.
Oh, standard niya is small than Manila girl. Oh, Cebuano is
That's what she
standard.
thinks.
Oh, that you think Manila girl think that Cebuano is small standard.
Small standards.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
I can Cebuano man.
No.
I never like never.
And
Yes.
And then,
What happened?
yeah, what changed your mind?
and now awen sa bato tawag sa gaba.
It's just like sometimes when you say no, it's suddenly you like.
Yeah.
Yes, the Lord don't bad attitude.
Mm.
I can
Then
see
you met. Mm.
can see the situation.
Yeah, it's like, you know, judging a book by its cover or something like
Yeah.
that. You don't know until you get there and you can talk to them, and then eventually being neighbors, you
Yeah.
probably started talking and
Yeah.
then
Yes,
fell in love.
it's my happen on my
Sometimes also starts with enemies and then became lovers like that.
Yeah. Did you guys start off friends, or did you know he was Cebuano and kind of wanted to stay away, or what was your first reaction when you found out he was a Cebuano?
Kasi reaction ni mo ti katong nakakaon ka nga si Buano day siya. Kontra mo or amigo ra ansa man.
oh she
Make friends?
like friends me,
Mm.
but I can go
Mm.
never.
Why? Because you knew he was Cebuano?
Kay tungod si Buano siya.
Was that why?
Yes, oh,
Yes.
yes,
So that was why you're
I'm
playing hard to get?
I'm Manila girl. Oh.
Manila
yes.
girl.
Oh,
It's like
oh,
Uptown Girls. It's like Manila Girls.
Manila girl.
You guys know that song?
Yes.
And then he never give up. Wala siya nag-give up. Sige, sige siya.
Oh
painin
yes,
mo.
it's continue.
Oh.
So he kept continuing? Because that's the thing with playing hard to get. The more you push away, the more he's gonna
Yeah.
come after you. That's the game they play.
That's like you ba?
Yeah.
We started friends also. And then
And
Yeah, when was the turning point? So you kept running away and he kept chasing you.
yeah,
And then when was the time you're like, all right.
yes,
this
I will. I will,
Nasa man nga naka-feel ka nga, gana, di ko nitawahan na.
Ano ba, I will, yung,
Ni kalitra ka-feel nga ganahan niya.
oh, dahil, I will, laluoy ba sa English?
She felt pity, and then,
Laluoy ako dahil, para bang, nawala ng trabaho ba? She had no work.
at
She had no work,
first,
oh.
You had no work or he had no work?
he has no work
Okay.
at that time, and she felt pity, and she gave comfort.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm,
I have no eating,
mm.
no anything.
So did you have a couple meals with
Yes,
him?
I will.
Like a date?
Yes.
But I think that time you started to like him because you will not do that
Yeah.
if you don't like him. Maybe you will say no because your standard is so high,
Oh yeah.
but deep inside you cannot argue with your heart. your mind say no, too small for you or something like that. He's Cebuano, but your heart say, oh, give him a meal.
yes. I will.
So you guys started spending more time together, and then when was the point you just started being like in a relationship?
Dugay mo nagkauyab, mas amon mo nagkauyab, pila man ka buwan ka.
Like did it take a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year?
1 year.
1 year.
year.
Okay.
1 year.
See, that's good. That's good to be friends for a while before you even think about a relationship. I think that's
Yeah.
good.
And then sakad ato,
Guma,
that's that time.
and time na she decides, she has no work. She decides to
Come back here.
yes,
Move here.
she go.
So in Manila, was it like you were pretty much like a city girl? And was this the first place that you moved to, or did you move to another place besides this when you first came to Cebu?
Diba, Manila man ka nun yung gining uli diri si imong bana. Mo ni first time nimong ningarig Cebu. First time nimo diri.
First time.
Diri jud ka.
So this is the
Yeah,
same
here.
spot.
Yes,
Okay.
Oh, she's
So coming from Manila, this is the house that they came to. Did you build this, or was this already here?
Kanang himo ni ninyo or diri na ni daan.
yung daan mo na kila mama.
This is
Pero
her husband's
ang
house,
line-
but they renovate.
Oh, yes.
It was her husband's house, but her husband, when they first, so her husband lived here,
just
and then
worked
went to
in-
Manila, and then they came back here. So
Came
his house is already here.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
They just renovated because since it's
Okay,
from her husband's house, mom's house.
okay. So now, like, I'm learning all this stuff too. So this is really, really interesting to me. So
Yes.
her husband lived here before they even met. Then he moved to Cebu
Yeah.
or Manila,
Mm.
and then they were neighbors. She played really hard to get, and then they finally.
She doesn't like Cebuano.
Yeah.
And then now,
And then- yeah.
her husband is
Yes.
Cebuano.
That's
So you went from like a city girl to a province girl.
Yes.
Mm.
Which life do you think? What do you prefer? Do you think? Do you think you like the province life or the city life? Which one? Do you like a little bit of both? Do you miss the city life sometimes?
but I have a family and my children, but I will, my mind it will be set up na ba? Set up na ba?
She's already settled
Yeah.
here because her family is here.
Yes.
Was it like a Was it hard to adjust from coming from the city to the province?
Adjustment.
Like-
Pag primero ba,
Yes.
Yeah. What were
yes.
what were
I
some
will-
of the challenges when you first
yes,
moved
I
here?
will adjustment very parang
very hard.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I know because she
Yes.
speaks Tagalog only.
Yeah.
She can't speak Bisaya.
So that's
when she
one of the
came here,
challenges. Is just
challenges.
language by itself.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
also,
really.
also the eating. I will eat. Manila have
Different.
Manila is a
Restaurants.
meat,
Yeah.
fish every day, bread every day, in morning in Manila, bread in lunchtime, eat meat or fish, in evening another na sad meat or fish. Ana have everything in Manila because good work.
Okay.
Yes, but in Cebu, in the first time in Cebu,
Vegetables.
oh
all
yes,
the time.
very adjustment, very hardly.
Yeah, those are very
Yes.
challenging adjustments. Like
Yes,
the
oh,
language
yes,
for one, and then the food adjustment. That's like just traveling to me place to place. Like food is one of the biggest challenges sometimes. Like your body has to adjust to the new food. So you went from Manila to here. What were some of the foods that you started to eat when you were here?
Sa may mong mga nang ganahan na gikaon diri na ba nakadiri.
I best eat in here is like ano ba utanon ba
Vegetables.
vegetable.
Yeah.
Vegetable, yes, vegetable. Vegetable is very important to
Help.
Mhm.
vegetable, and also ginamos or buwad.
Oh,
His-
dried fish.
Dried fish,
She
yeah.
likes vegetables. As you can see, she planted also
Yes.
aside
Mm.
from Leticia, she also plants banana, kamote,
Mhm.
kamoting kahoy.
Yeah.
Mm.
When you were in Manila, did you have experience planting anything? Or when you came to Cebu, that's when you got all the experience for planting? Because right now she's like a professional planter now with all the, like a farmer. Did you ever have experience when you were in Manila doing that?
Wala.
Never.
Oo, I have no land
No land.
because puros manufacture.
Oh,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
manufacture and a house.
So it's like in the city, it's like building after building after building. So there's no room to do any kind of farming or probably chickens. Is this your first time having chickens? Like, you know, when you first moved to Cebu, did you have chickens in Manila?
dire sa ka nakaton og pamuhi og mga
Yes, oh,
manok.
yes.
First time here. So that's
Ano to market, will buy chicken.
There in the city, usually just the buildings and then your house, and then going out there are lots of stores you can buy.
yeah.
And then here, she just started here raising animals.
When you first moved out here, were you sometimes feeling like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Like what? Was it just like, oh man?
Yes, it's the first time.
Yeah.
The first time will adjust.
Yeah, it's a big
Yes,
adjustment.
adjust.
But I can tell that you obviously
Yeah,
grown to
Also the
love
water.
it.
The
And
water then because of MWSS, the water in Manila.
Kanang murag kanang sana. Kanang galing sa pangalan natin.
Water,
The water there and here is just our well. There is IMSI like that. IMSI like
yes.
from electricity.
so you like water.
Water
Oh.
from
The availability of water was right there, but here is the well, and then
Oh, yeah,
it's a
yes.
that's a big
timba,
adjustment.
timba din na.
So everything is pretty much completely different. That's like moving from, it's just like night and day. It's like
Yeah.
that's pretty much the
Yes,
biggest
And I
adjustment you can
remember
do.
we call her also when she came, we call her Tagala.
Tagala.
Oh, yeah.
Tagala is
Oo.
Tagalog. Tagala because the way she can speak Bisaya but it is mixed with Tagalog.
Yes.
And I
the
remember
original.
her, I was studying elementary to high school.
Yes.
She go around bringing some
Yes.
cosmetics like lotion, something like products.
Like to
and
sell?
Sell
Okay.
house to house.
Okay.
And sometimes I credit to her.
Credit.
Credit. It's also like that. She will make a list and then next month is payment. She will go and ask for the payment.
Collect.
It's like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I credit her lotion. Did
Yes,
Cecil know?
yes,
I credit
Avon
lotion.
lotion,
Avon
Avon
lotion.
lotion.
They're so trusting here. Like, can you guys imagine that kind of system anywhere else? Like, where you're from, is there any kind of system about that? Like, you know, if you can imagine a salesman walking from door to door or something like that, and he's selling something like, oh yeah, I'd like to take that, but I'll pay you later. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
that's like something that only I've heard of like here. Does that happen where you guys are from? Like, are you able to take something from a store or from a salesperson and just tell them that you'll pay later?
Yes.
That's-
And that is also the reason why other business like that stop.
Stops, yeah.
Because they will say, I don't have money this payment time. Okay, it's okay next time. If it's okay if she can pay for you, and then you will just pay her because she needs also to give that money to
The person she bought the products
yeah.
from. Do you, out of the times that you let people credit, what's the percentage of people not paying you back?
Pila sa percent kanang mamaligya ka pila sa percento sa mga tao nga dili mo bayad og tarong.
In 100, 5% kinanglan, di ba? 5.
O pero pila mga tao kasagaran hindi mo bayad ba daghan no?
Many.
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 So if you have like 50 clients and they all ask for credit, like
Yeah.
maybe 20 won't pay you back?
No, have.
Oh,
About 20 or more or less? That was just a
notebook.
guess number.
We have the notebook.
Yeah.
I saw
Yes.
her full of
Notebook.
lists.
Many people won't pay you back?
Yes.
That's why she stopped, I think.
Then I'll ask, why do you let people credit?
That's the process.
Yes.
It's like she sells in Avon, it's 1 month payment. It's like that.
No, I'm saying the people that like Richie, why would you let Richie take something that she doesn't pay for? Why don't say no, sorry, you don't get this unless you give me money?
Because it's like that.
But that's how you lose your business.
But that's the next month. That's the time you will pay. But if you will not pay, that's the time she will
go out of business.
No, she will say no. Because in Avon, it's like that 1 month payment.
Oh, 1
so
month payment.
if it's up to you, you pay cash or wait for your payment time.
Yeah.
And then that's the process. It's like that. You can create it. But she will choose. She can choose. Like if she trusts you, she will let you. But others, she will say no. You can say no.
Will back.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying you should say no every time.
Yes.
I think you should not give something to somebody unless they
Yeah.
pay.
But I'm a good payer, right? I pay.
But it's
advance.
not. But she said more people
More people.
did not pay her back, and then eventually you had to stop that business because you end up probably worked all that time and never made any money because you had to pay that out of your own pocket.
Yes,
And you know
Yeah.
the system now? Still ongoing, that kind of business, but people will pay. You know why? Because they posted their names on Facebook.
Yeah, that's when
That's
you.
the-
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Now that Facebook is there, and you know you have your name where it's like, hey, if you don't pay me,
yes,
your name is gonna know that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing. Yeah. So now you probably sold cosmetics like that, and you sell vegetable. You sold vegetables before, so everyone out here is just like very hardworking and do what they need to do to get by. I think
Life
that's amazing.
skills.
Yeah, very many life skills. Last time we walked through here, I think it was May that was making the Wallace.
Yeah.
Did you teach your children how to make Wallaces and
Gitudluan ba daw? Kay last time diri may naghimo magsilig si May.
Oh.
Imo ba daw gitudluan sila sa mga pangbuhaton nana or nakaton ba sila pagtan-aw sa imo?
Say, maligya mo ko to ko ana.
They learn from her.
they learn from her? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
When your parents doing that, they will see it and they will do eventually also.
Yeah. And those are such good skills to have. I mean, if you can make something that another person can buy from you, I think that's really important to learn. Well, that's very interesting. Anything else you think we should ask her?
Sige, Japon ka. Are you still doing business like that?
I will stop because of pandemic.
So
Many
So
people,
she's still doing.
many people have no work, have no pay.
No money.
So before pandemic, what
She's still doing that.
you were still doing cosmetic too?
Yes.
She didn't stop.
That was only like a couple years ago. So before pandemic, she was still doing the cosmetic, vegetables too, or is it mainly just cosmetics? Vegetables too.
But,
And,
And then-
also the lubi. I will.
coconut. Same with Leticia.
Same with Leticia.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so she'd collect the fallen coconuts and take two down the road and sell
Yes.
them
Sell it.
for 8
Yes.
pesos each. Okay. And now, do you do that still?
Nag-
Now I will stop her
You stopped that too? Why did you stop that?
because have a pandemic, have no people, have no work.
No one buys.
Oh, many people have no pay.
Yeah.
Items, no pay the items. I will stop. And
Kanang
also,
lubi. Hunong ka.
as in lubi,
Sometimes only.
sometimes.
Only sometimes for coconut.
I will kamote and another
Business.
another vegetable. I will plant.
Yeah.
I will,
Planting. Wala di kaning hunong de maligya jud.
hini na or student module to print and also commute in
For school.
school.
Very busy woman. Now with module, you have to be a teacher, you have to be the provider, you have to be all these different things, and
I think when I started high school or college, I start to do the same thing, like Avon selling like that credit. I think we have the same agency.
Oh yes.
Nag-start man sad ko pag college na ako, bananin na sad ko.
it usually comes from like
The same.
people who sell those usually comes from the same company or
same.
agency. Okay.
But the one month Avon. Oh.
For
If you-
Avon, kind.
Well, you have a penalty to 1 month you cannot pay.
For Avon, they'll let you credit for 1 month,
Mm,
and then if you will not pay, there's sa to?
penalty.
Penalty. But you will be the one to penalty, not
Oh, you.
the one who credit.
Okay, so penalty. So that's how they make their money. If they don't get their money back, it's like interest. Maybe that's what have you ever tried this before? Like, let's say, just for example, if Richie wanted to get something where she didn't have money, say, okay, you can take it, but when it's time to pay me back, I will charge you interest. So let's say if it's whatever, 5 pesos, and then a month goes by, when she does pay you, it'd be 8 pesos.
No.
You can't do that?
No.
Why?
No, di ba? Wala interest no. Bisag mo, yung mobayad sila 1 month, wala interest no.
Oh,
No interest.
exactly. One month.
Because
Exactly one
you can
month.
choose, but in Avon
But it-
agency is 1 month payment. So you will sell that, they will get that, and then that time you order that, that's the time you will pay. And then if you cannot pay, that's the time she will chase you. Like that. But she can choose if she will let you credit. Like, no, because all people credit to me, so I cannot let you. Like that.
All right.
But usually it's 1 month payment.
That seems like a hard business to be into because
Yes.
you have to be good at saying no. Sometimes when people like ask you, it's like, oh, I promise I'll pay you. Can I just take it now? And then they never get
Far
paid.
away. Far
Very
away.
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Far away.
That's not an easy job. I can
Yes.
imagine. You have to travel all these
Back
different
to-
places.
back Another
Yeah.
day. Well, back
Yeah.
can I have no money this day. Another day.
Oh,
I
they
have
will
money.
say next week.
Yes.
It's okay, next day. I can relate to her because I did the same job and studying. So
Yeah.
sometimes they credit me, especially my classmates, and then very far, I need to text and then sometimes we have different classes, so I need to follow them to pay, or else I'm just students. I cannot pay for their credit.
Yeah, and that's a lot to keep track of. Like, oh, this person didn't pay, this person didn't pay, this person didn't pay. So it's like 2 trips. The first trip is, they take their item,
Yeah.
and then you have to write their name down that they did not pay.
Yeah.
Then like a month later or whatever, you have to come back and track them down again just to get the money. That's a lot to keep
But
track
the
of.
advantage of that is good.
What's the
Good
advantage?
earning.
Yeah.
Earning.
If they pay you.
Yeah.
But if they don't pay you, then they're out of business and they didn't make any money.
Yeah.
So there's not. It's like it's a hard
Oh,
business.
it's a problem. Yes.
Very, very hard.
So
Yeah.
choose who you.
Yeah. That's tough. But I don't know. What other questions do you think we should ask her? I think now I feel like I really, really know her now. It's what do you think, Richie? Is it enough getting as much information we can out of her? We don't want to ask her too many questions. So,
Oh, I heard pig.
do you have a pig?
Yeah, they have pigs.
Oh, look at that.
Napa nasa una,
Very
wala.
cool.
My RJ.
Her son.
RJ, son.
Oh, very cool. Will you eventually transfer the pigs to the new house
Oh.
when it's time, or do you think you'll leave them here?
To build
Di, kanang nagbalhin niyo ba ma-transfer na niyo dili sa.
ibaligyan na siya tapos himo na sa tangkal ba?
She said before the transfer they will sell that
Sell the pigs.
Sell the pigs.
Okay.
Siya, lapig,
Yeah.
and build another pig house.
And then maybe later on get more
Later on.
pigs. Okay, that's cool.
No water supply.
Wala dito pa to.
What about the river? There's like a little
Naman
small
to isa pa dito, wala
river. Does that give enough water or no?
Sa luyo, naitabay sa luyo to wala. Wala. Ang sapa,
I will another amount of money to have to build a water supply.
like tabay.
Like a well or?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
Okay.
near the river.
Hopefully it's easy to find there because there is like it seems really wet there. Like there's a river. We'll go to a house in a second. You guys can kind of see the area. It's been a while since we've been there, but there's a little small river.
Yes.
So hopefully it'd be easy. You don't have to dig too deep.
Yes. Oh.
So that'd be
water.
hopefully.
Water supply and
Yeah.
Because they what's that? They made tabay or well before, but they stopped.
What's the difference between tabay and well?
Tabay is the Bisaya.
Oh, it's just different words. Oh, okay, okay.
in Manila,
Banyo.
balon.
Balon.
Balloon.
Oh, balon.
Yes.
Ah. Oh. That's very
Oh,
different.
yes. Interesting. Balon.
Yeah.
Oh. It's very.
That's why I like listening to her when she speaks, because the accent is Tagalog and speaking Bisaya.
Oh man. All right, so maybe we'll just go do the little update at the house.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you for talking with us, Cecil. Hope
Yeah.
you guys learned a little bit more
Yes,
about
thank
her.
you
She's
very
such
much,
a
guys.
amazing person.
my happenings in my life.
Yeah.
I have one more question.
Okay, one more
What?
question.
You said you live here, right?
Yes.
And did you get a chance to go back to Manila since
Oh
you came here? Nakauli na kasi niyo ha?
no.
No?
I wanna have no.
Nakontak ra mo sa imong
Oh,
pamilya.
I contacted my
So did you
family.
get a chance to
You
go
still have
back?
family there?
22 years.
22
I'm
years?
22 years in Cebu. I cannot back into Manila.
Mm.
Never back into.
How about them? Did they visit you here? Not
no,
yet, sir.
not yet.
Mm.
Contact,
No, just
communication,
Yeah.
cell phone.
contact. So how many kids do you have? With Cebuano?
I have six.
Six altogether.
6 kids. I have four sons and 4 daughters. I have 2 sons and 4 daughters.
Mm.
Ah, okay.
Very interesting. So this is Cecil, guys.
Yes,
Amazing,
guys.
amazing person. It all started with the squid.
Yeah.
That's starting with I cook squid. I
Yes.
will give
That's
the
it.
backpack.
Yes, and now
Yeah, I will now. I have a new house. Thank
Now
you
we're gonna
very
get her
much,
house,
guys,
yes,
for
so-
helping me. God bless you guys.
yeah, you guys,
And also
everybody,
Dustin
thank you.
Backpack. God bless you. And other mga subscribes can help me. Thank you very much.
And it's just awesome doing
Thank you guys.
good
Thank
things
you,
for good
guys.
people. Cecil is one of those people that, you know, I'm gonna remember the rest of my life. Even when I go back home, I'm always gonna be thinking about you, Cecil. You're a very special woman.
Yes, I cannot forget that. Cannot forget. I have continue in my life. Cannot forget. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye. God bless you.
Bye, guys. So I think we're just
Yes.
gonna walk to the house, do a little quick update there, and then that'll probably be the end of the video. So
Yeah.
we'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks,
Yes,
Cecil,
thank
so
you.
much. Bye bye,
Thank
guys.
you, guys. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we're at Cecil's new house. I'll get closer in a little bit, but this is the little river that we mentioned before, and right now it is pretty dry. There's a little puddle there. It looks like the carabaos kind of turned it into their mud bath, but it's streaming a little bit. We'll take a look over here. So it's not moving, but we're hoping when the time comes to it, when they do build their well, that they do find some water. But Richie was just saying that they tried to dig here, or maybe somewhere over here, but I think there's another spot, and they tried to make a well here, and they they didn't find any water. But this one's not very deep. This is not even 10 feet. And I think yours is what, like 40? 40 feet? 30 feet?
I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's something like that. Well, anyway, you do have to dig a little bit to get water. But that'd be the next thing. You know, it's hard to live in an area and not have any water source at all. So that'd be another step. I don't know, before or after they move in. But I think they said the septic tank is finished. Got Mr. Guard Dog. Hey, bro. Looks like the toilet's in there too. So I'm not sure if it's workable. I think it is. So the septic is done. Very nice. There's the vent. Take a look inside real quick. All right, so it is working. See? The water's inside. So very nice. So really, I think they just need the door and then the windows. And then we did talk to Cecil. She's planning to make this a room, which we talked about before. Here, one second. I'm gonna go get some loving to the dog. Hey! Nice Duyan. Hey! Hey! I'm gonna sit in the Duyan, alright? Ah, yeah. It's a nice little hangout area. Hey, hey.
Hi.
This Is there another dog there? Oh, it's a glove. So eventually, this is gonna be another room. So that's a good thing about the stilt house. You can also make an extra room from below. So this will be all dug and flattened out eventually, and then bricks all the way up. And then this will be an extra room. So very nice.
This one they started digging.
Yeah, they already started digging here. So update for today is the septic tank and now the working CR. Then eventually this will be another room, which adds a lot to the house. I really like this area though. I'll take a quick walk. So last time, the last update we made was the stairs being finished. It's locked now, but I'll just take a walk up the stairs. They did a really good job on these stairs. These will last forever. Yeah, it's locked now, but I think that the inside is pretty much the same the last time. So if you didn't get a chance to see the inside, you can look at the old videos. I'll do a little quick walk around stuff, so just in case we haven't seen this house in a while. Some things growing here. This is their mini garden. Oh, it's a big tree. I remember that one. That was a big one before. Alright guys, so I think we'll just say goodbye. Eventually this will be in here. I think Cecil said they may start. Her husband right now is working, so only on his days off he's able to have
vacation.
Yeah, I think the vacation might be coming up soon. So this might be a slow process, but he's working when he's available to do this. And then their sons too, they need to work too. So whenever they have time off, they can work here. But this will be another fun one to update. So I guess we'll say goodbye. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.